I have to recuse myself from the trial. It is what the sound administration of justice, the requirements of the Constitution, and my conscience dictate. The integrity of the judicial process must be protected against any reasonable taint of suspicion, so that the public and litigants may have the highest confidence in the integrity and fairness of our courts. The trial will therefore have to continue before another judge.
Reaction to that, and for that we are joined by Mr. Mzwanele Manyi of the Jacob Zuma Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Manyi, and a good morning to you.
Morning to you and good morning to the SABC viewers.
We really appreciate your time. I think having seen that announcement really just moments ago or a few minutes ago from the court where we see Judge Piet Koen recusing himself from the corruption trial of former President Jacob Zuma, your initial reaction?
Yeah, no, firstly we congratulate Judge Koen for taking such a sober decision. And we must underscore the fact that this was a voluntary decision. It's not because President Zuma asked for it. The judge wanted to make sure that the process is beyond reproach. The judge wanted to ensure that justice is seen to be done. The judge wanted to make sure that the apprehension of bias is removed, and so that President Zuma indeed gets a fair trial. So indeed, we welcome that, and we are hoping that the NPA must learn from this because for all...
Mr. Manyi, I'm losing your sound there. There you are, it's back. Yes, go ahead.
I'm using your phone, so calls keep coming in. Yeah. So we hope that the NPA is going to take a leaf out of Judge Koen's book and see that in order for justice to be seen to be done, this is a kind of thing that we've been asking that should happen with Billy Downer, because Billy Downer is no different in terms of the issues with Judge Koen, but Judge Koen has made a sober decision, and we are encouraging Billy Downer and the NPA to follow suit.
I think before we get into other issues pertaining to Piet Koen, you mentioned Advocate Billy Downer. I think let's just, now that we've heard this announcement from Judge Piet Koen that he is recusing himself from the trial, what is it that you think this means for Advocate Billy Downer?
Well, in fact, in the first instance, Billy Downer actually had put Judge Koen under the bus, because in his own application, he had for Thursday, he had made all kinds of references about what Judge Koen had said. Basically, he stopped short of calling Judge Koen as his witness for his... The lines keep coming, a lot of media inquiries. Yeah, so for Billy Downer, this should be a very simple decision, that the judge has laid the basis for him to recuse himself. So we think that if he knows what's good for justice, if he knows what's good for the credibility of the justice system, he must do the right thing and just recuse himself. It cannot be that you have a person that is an accused in a criminal trial, that person insists on being a prosecutor. It's just absurd.
What do you make of Judge Koen as he made that announcement, that ruling earlier, essentially talking about how, as a judge, he has the responsibility of ensuring impartiality in the trial?
That's exactly the point, because the issue here is not because we're saying Billy Downer is guilty of anything, but the apprehension of bias that's held by the litigant, President Zuma. Judge Koen arrived at a decision that it's a reasonable position for President Zuma to be in. That's why he decided to recuse himself. The exact same issue arises in terms of Billy Downer. Billy Downer is now even worse off. He's an accused, and Judge Koen was not accused of anything. He was not asked to remove himself, but he took a decision which is in the interest of justice. So we would hope that Downer learns from this and does the right thing, instead of the NPA and Downer continuing with the Stalingrad tactic of delaying this trial. Because if he is there on the 17th of April, trust me, then it means that we still have a problem, as it were. So in order for this trial to effectively take place, we appeal to the NPA to do the right thing, remove the impediments, learn from Judge Koen, and do the right thing so that the trial can resume. So right now, what's standing between this trial, it's really the NPA. If the NPA does the right thing, the trial is on. But
Okay.
if the NPA is going to drag its feet and want to give us a criminally accused person to prosecute, then we have a problem.
Okay, and we need to get into this as well, and I think it would be unfair if I spoke to you and we weren't able to bring this up. We've just been running a press briefing of the South African National Civic Organization. They've come out and said that they believe that the election of former President Jacob Zuma as chair of SANCO in KZN is from a bogus unit of the party. I mean, what do you say to that? And really, let's clarify where the former president's position really is on all of this.
No, I think those are SANCO matters. I think SANCO on its own can clarify which faction is the right faction and all of that. The foundation and President Zuma are not going to get embroiled with that. SANCO, these are SANCO issues, and let's respect SANCO to clarify its own issues. There are more than capable people on both factions. So between the two factions, the right faction must just say which one it is. And then we can proceed on those bases. President Zuma is not going to be commenting on that.
Are you essentially saying that that the former president was not part of this process where he was allegedly elected as chair of SANCO in KZN?
No, don't try to embroil President Zuma in this. We have two SANCOs there, it would appear. And I'm asking you to bring the two SANCOs on the table at the exact same time. Let these people deal with it on their own. Put both factions on the table at the same time and let them fight it out. Don't get President Zuma into this.
All right, Mr. Manyi, thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. Mr. Mzwanele Manyi there of the JG Zuma Foundation.